FSBO scripts. I know, to a lot of people, this makes you start sweating and want to run. I get it. I'm going to give you a modern, casual approach so you don't feel like you want to run and hide every time you know that you need to go make a FSBO call. Hey, I'm Jen. I'm a real estate coach. I've got a local and national team of agents where I help them make more money and feel more comfortable when they go to make cold calls. By the way, I have a free cold call hype society call every single week where you can find all the details in the link below to register, where we go over our scripts together, we talk about handling objections, and we actually make phone calls together. It's awesome. Check it out. Would love to have you there. Do you feel like the scripts that you've been told are from the 80s where nothing has changed yet, super robotic, weirdly like professional, and like you have to wear a suit and tie every time you pick up the phone? Yeah, no. That is old, that is out. I'm gonna give you a modern approach so that you feel casual, calm, comfortable when you make phone calls, because a lot of times, well, that's how people want to purchase something. They wanna be relaxed. They don't wanna be in this sterile environment where somebody's like awkwardly telling them how this process is gonna go, making them super uncomfortable. So let's just tone it down a little bit. Let's be relaxed. Let's just act like they're your friend or just a casual acquaintance that you have and not be so stuffy. So this is how I would approach it. I would call them up and say, hey, Sally, this is Jen. I'm a local real estate agent, and I was wondering if you're still trying to sell 123 Main Street. They're gonna say yes, right? They've got it listed for sale by owner. Say, okay, perfect. I have some buyers that are looking in this area, or some buyers that are wanting to move into this neighborhood, and I was wondering if you'd be okay if I marketed your listing to those buyers that I know of. Of course they're gonna say yes, right? So from here, again, we're not saying, hello there, my name is Sally Smith from ABC Realty, and I am calling on behalf of my brokerage to talk to you about 123 Main Street that you currently have listed as a for sale by owner. Like, oh my gosh, stop. No, like, look, already instantly they're annoyed, guarantee they're eye rolling at you, and they are ready to get off that phone. So stop reading the script. Well, you can, whatever, you can read the script if you want, but the more that you do this, the more that you practice your scripts, the better it's just gonna roll off the tongue. And again, they don't care what brokerage you're from, right? Like, they already are listing their house without an agent because they don't want to work with one. So if you approach it like not as an annoying salesperson, you're gonna already have a level up. So, hey, this is Jen, local realtor. Are you still selling your house? That's what you're gonna start with. Next, you're gonna just get them to say yes. Like this is part of this is just opening up the conversation to have them feel comfortable and have them answer easy questions. So this is not so difficult for them. Okay, then you're gonna move the ball forward and you're gonna say, okay, I know you're listing it by yourself because you don't wanna use an agent at this point. Cool. That's totally fine. I was wondering though if you'd still be willing to work with me as an agent representing a buyer if I found that buyer to purchase your house. Of course, they're gonna say yes. If they say no, like, I don't know. Most people know that they're gonna have to work with a buyer at least on the buyer agent end of it. So don't stress about that. Most of the time, you're gonna get a yes to that question. Say, okay, perfect. And look, I don't know if you've done this before and sold a house on your own, but I know it can be challenging sometimes, especially when you don't have representation. I've actually created a packet specifically for sellers that are looking to sell their house without an agent. Would that be helpful info for you? Again, 9 times out of 10, those sellers are gonna say, actually, yeah, that would be great. You're not trying to get me to use you, or maybe they say, well, what's in it for you? And so you can say, hey, I've created this packet specifically for sellers just like you so that you know exactly what to expect in the process and pitfalls to kind of keep out for because you don't have an agent that's working for you. And a bonus, if this was helpful for you, like, I hope that you remember me, and that if you have someone that you know that needs to sell a house and they do want to use an agent, that, you would have reference them to me and I'd be more than happy to help them. Like, how low pressure is that? How easy is that to say and offer to somebody? And then on top of that, you're getting their permission to either drop off that packet to their house, and maybe you can combine a preview of the house with that and say, great, like, would you mind if I stop by and previewed the property and I can give you that packet while I'm there? Like, that's an easy way to get an appointment, and it's not like, Well, let me show you how I am different from the other 50 agents that have called you and tried to convince you to list their house with them, right? Like, you want to stand out, you want to be different. And how you're going to do that is by being relaxed, is by not pressuring them into something that they don't want to do at this point. And the stats on FSBOs are that over 50% of them, again, depending on the area and your market, but typically over 50% of them end up listing with a real estate agent anyways. And if you're being that casual and low pressure with them, imagine who they're going to want to work with if and when they do get to a point where they need some help. So there you go. That's how you set the appointment. That's how you get them information. If they don't want you to preview it, which is kind of silly because you're trying to help sell the house, then you can say, okay, great. Well, then I would be happy to email you this information. What's a great email address for you? Boom, you can put them on your weekly or monthly newsletter list. And again, continue to keep in contact with them. And do not forget that follow-up is the most important thing about converting FSBOs and, frankly, any type of lead. So don't give up the first time, even if it's not the greatest interaction. Keep calling them over and over and over again. Use the marketing rule of 7. People have to see something 7 times or hear about it 7 times on average before they actually take action, before they trust what they're seeing and actually feel like they want to either work with that person or buy that product. So there's no difference in real estate. So call, because most conversions happen between the 6th and 12th call in real estate. So don't give up. And if you do this, if you use that script and you have conversations like this with FSBOs, I guarantee you, you are going to have as many listings as you want this year. So good luck, go try it out. Let me know in the comments what you think. If you have any critiques, if you have any additional ideas to this or more questions about scripts. I love creating content to help you be a better real estate agent. Be sure to like and subscribe, hit that bell so you never miss another video from me.